Multicultural Affairs, Arts and Manager of Origin Business, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Namaste, everybody. It's an absolute pleasure to be here at the Nepali Festival 2017. I want to congratulate and thank the committee, the State Council of the NRNA, and all of the volunteers who have made this extraordinary scene possible. It's absolutely beautiful today. It goes with the weather. The people who are here are enjoying themselves. The food is great. The smells are great. And everyone is so beautifully dressed, as Jing said. I acknowledge my parliamentary colleagues, Therese Kenny, the Liberal candidate for Torrens. The fact that you have half a dozen members of Parliament from the State Parliament, members of the Federal Parliament, candidates, Liberal and Labor, the bipartisan support for multiculturalism in South Australia, and the bipartisan gratitude we have for the Nepalese community in particular today for the contribution you make to South Australia, I think speaks volumes for how much we all appreciate your presence here in South Australia and that contribution that you make. I think the multiculturalism in South Australia is partly the success that it is because of that bipartisan support, and of course it extends not just the state and the federal parliament, but also local governments, and I acknowledge the Lord Mayor Martin Hazy and his wife as well. The support that you always give to multicultural events and events across this city is spectacular, and so is, we're grateful for your counsel. Stephen Marshall has particularly asked me to pass on today his thanks, his sorrow that he can't be here. One of the jobs he's given me is not just as Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs, and I think Jing spoke very well about the importance of that role, but also as Shadow Minister for Education. And I think in the Nepalese community in particular, education is very important. Many people from your community came to Australia to pursue educational opportunities. Many people who came here for all reasons, of course, have children who are now studying in our schools. And we've got some very, very good schools in South Australia. But the job that Stephen Marshall has given me as Shadow Minister for Education is to ensure that we will not rest until our school system here in South Australia is the best school system in Australia. That our schools are going to be the best schools in Australia, and that your children are going to be educated in those best schools in Australia. And we also, of course, need you to be our ambassadors to your families and friends who are still in Nepal, because the education sector is one of the most important sectors for our economy in South Australia in terms of the income that it brings in. International students coming to South Australia bring jobs, bring money to South Australia. They enrich the experience of our students who live in South Australia. And of course, some of those students will end up living in South Australia and joining your community here as well, which is fantastic. And others will go back to Nepal to pursue their careers there and to help build the country of Nepal. That's something that is fantastic. It's a relationship that we love continuing to build. Festivals like today help us to celebrate that fact, and along with all of my colleagues, I want to thank you again for all of the work you do. I hope everyone has a fantastic Nepal Festival 2017. Have a great day.